everybody, and today I want to talk to you very specifically about how to make money with AI, and all of these methods that I'm going to go over are methods that I've utilized myself. I don't want to talk about on things that I haven't utilized or have experience with myself, so I'll go over and give you kind of my experiences with these things and what I've seen with these things. I'll say up front that my experiences aren't the overall experience when it comes to these things, right? I don't know everything. I don't know the ins and outs. And a lot of these I choose to ignore personally, but I have seen and I do know people that have been very successful in essentially in all of these avenues. So let's dive into it. The very first thing I want to talk about up front, and I have it highlighted here, I have it very written out in bold up front, is that creativity and unique ideas will be worth increasingly more, and software will be worth less, and data will be worth more. These are my overall assumptions going into, let's say, the next 1 to 5 years when it comes to all of this. And this is kind of my modus operandi. I operate off of these assumptions and all of this. So a major thing within this is that you'll see I personally ignore software and apps because it's written right in there, right? So, but you can see further down the list, it's on the active income, and there's a lot of people that make a lot of money on it. So again, I want to give you not just my personal opinions and advice on these things, but what I've seen work and not work overall. So let's dive into this. Very first is with passive income, and then so I've seen a lot of people the kind of the I would say the most successful overall with regards towards the passive income has been courses teaching, right? It's universal across the board, and what you'll see within these is that I think it's very important to highlight within this, none of this is applicable to AI specifically, right? Except for prompt-based didn't exist before AI, but outside of that, like every single one of these, it's like these all existed beforehand or could have been markets beforehand, especially like every single one of the passive income ones except for prompt-based, right? And then so courses, it's number one way to make money overall. It's like people are always interested in learning more about a particular subject, and if you develop a amount of subject matter expertise in that area, then it's a good way to make money there. And the same thing with books, right? Same exact type of concept. And then within that, I can highlight there's Amazon KDP as well as Apple Books, and then as well as going through different publishing routes and publisher routes. If you go through your actual publisher route, you'll be far better off than going through like the Amazon or the Apple route, and then going through that. But again, I've seen people, generally speaking, with making money with AI, books has been the one that I've seen that's the hardest to crack overall, right? It makes sense. Number one piece of advice that I would give with books very specifically is to pick a very specific niche and then go down within it. Again, I have personal experience within this. I make, generally speaking, like $50 to $150 per month or so off of books, and I don't like advertise my books because like Amazon takes such a big chunk of them too, right? I don't. So books to me, like it's a thing that people talk about a lot, but like I don't know, like it's pocket change, and your Amazon's making more than you. So I don't know. That's always how I look at it, right? And then the next one down is prompt based, and then so this is one that I kind of personally ignore, but like there's people like flat out, I've seen the numbers, they make like 1,000, 1,500 per month off of this website, which is like creating prompts and like flat out like creating prompts for people, and then they do reject prompts, right? You do have to go through all their policies, make it actually be like unique, something that people would actually want, and put time into this and build a lot. Like the people that I know that are making a lot of money, they're making a lot of prompts as well, flat out. But that is a avenue there. Next one I'm gonna list is Fiverr, and then so I'm listing Fiverr because like I've gotten, it's one client, but I have gotten a client from Fiverr before. So to me, it's paid more than anything else on this list because it got me a client, right? Like Fiverr it's easy to set up, easy to do, and again, not AI related whatsoever. And then you can sell your services, whatever you would like on there. As far as that, it makes it really easy. There's a lot of competition on there, flat out. So I would highlight that if you know the marketplace overall and you're familiar with those types of things, then I would dive into it. If you're not familiar with Fiverr overall, I'd kind of steer clear of it. And then same thing with Etsy, and then other ones. I list Etsy here because that's the main one that I've seen that people are going all out on. And then, but that's the other thing that I would say, right? I've seen people go all out on this, and then so I've had my again I do these, so I've had my own Etsy store up for like 3 months. I've made $0 in sales, like flat out, like zero. And then I've tried to make it more unique products than other people. I see a lot of people do like print on demand for images. That's the biggest one. Like, and if you get into like selling images, Etsy is where I see them try to sell the most, and then like I see the most success with that of people getting like contract work, like not necessarily making money from their images, getting people that are interested in their images and interested in their artwork, and then developing a unique art style, and then getting people interested in that unique art style. That's personally what I've seen take off the most with people around that. And then so now let's dive into active income. And then so as far as active income, biggest one and most obvious one when it comes to AI, these we get to more specific ones, right, which is good. So selling AI models and services overall, just flat out like going into a company, we can do your services as well as your build your models, etc. Really easy, simple way to get started. Of course, you have to have the knowledge and be able to actually implement the projects, but it's really easy, simple way to get in. It's do the courses, sell the courses, implement the solution. It's kind of that funnel, right? So you complete that whole entire like range of that. Second one is selling data related to AI, and then this is one I've been getting more and more into, and then I haven't seen this explode on any level whatsoever, right? And then so to give you practical examples, so a lot of my personal background is with enterprise software systems, right? Such as like CRM systems, ERP type of systems, backend systems for big, large corporations. And then so I have started selling data very specifically around training models to improve their performance on those types of systems, or to improve their performance in a manufacturing process, or to improve their performance in a specific area. And then that data becomes very valuable, right? And you can license out that data just like you would license an app or a software. And that's what people aren't understanding within that yet. And then so of course, yes, you do have then the apps and software down there, and you can fully utilize AI to create your apps and software. And then I personally try to stay away from these flooded areas. So to me, apps and software are flooded, Fiverr is flooded, Etsy's flooded, books are flooded, courses are flooded. I'm not trying to focus heavily on any of these aspects, but I am focusing very heavily on selling data. And then industry specific niche problems. This is like this should be your bread and butter. This is what people don't understand yet. And so every single client that I've had so far and that I've worked with, they have come to me because they know a specific industry and they know something about a specific industry. And it happened every single client, right? It's I work in X, I do X, and I have this idea for X. I wouldn't think of that, like, because my background is IT and AI, right? like that's my entire life, and then so I don't know manufacturing, IT, finance, pools, like sports, whatever it is. Like I don't like. There's specific niche areas, and then whatever that niche need is, and solving those industry specific problems and creating like some sort of industry specific solution there, that's your bread and butter. If you can do that and you can find that, do ignore every single one of other of these and go all in on that, just flat out. That's your easy money right there. And then so yeah, like flat out, I focus a lot of my marketing and product development there. And then next one down would be package services and consulting, and I think this is the one that everyone goes towards, right? And then so to me, when I look at these lists and these mindsets, I'm trying to set this and frame this for you. That's how I look at this, right? So I think most people they dive towards the package services and consulting and the social media, and then I focus much more heavily on the industry specific niche problems. And going down into that, do I do package services and consulting and social media? Obviously, yes. You're hearing me talk on social media right now, right? So I do utilize social media, but I don't ever consider myself an influencer. I don't build up my brand as an influencer. Very specifically, I build up the opposite. I could have uh, I turn a lot of people off, and I like that, right? I like that's to me personally, and so I very specifically don't target that influencer market, that persona. I don't want that. I want that industry specific niche problems. Like that's I saw like yeah, okay, you don't have to like me, but I can solve your industry specific niche problem, right? And then that uh, to me is my bread and butter. But to you, it could be the exact opposite. To lots of people, it could be the exact opposite, right? I started off kind of like in the social media realm around at the same time as everyone else with regards towards AI. So I saw these people; they come up from like literal zero to like 10,000 followers, 20,000. Those people, like I followed them at the same time. We were all in it at the same time, and like the only difference is I didn't focus that flat out like and I saw their differences, right? Like they're um kissing butt, like and like they're just not that a nice persona, not selling anything on social media. There's a whole game to it, right? And you gamify it, and you if that's your niche and you want to do that, then you can make money at it and you can go into it. To me, I'd rather go more like high level and top of funnel. It's showing you like kind of these. I want to show you guys two examples of these things, just as like kind of this last note. And then so to me, again, it's I always try to differentiate myself, even if I'm selling the same products and services as everyone else. So in this instance, like if I'm selling like services to people, most people are going out and they're selling like chatbots, right? Like you can sell like here's for your marketing and your customer service. Here's your external facing chatbot. I focused my marketing on the exact opposite. Here's your internal facing knowledge based bot. The good thing about this bot and what I'm doing here is I don't need your data, right? I don't want your data. And then so whereas someone else is trying to pitch you that customer facing chatbot, at the end of the day, what you're hearing and you're interpreting is that you need my data and that data can leak out to the customer, right? I'm targeting this very specifically towards that person and saying, hey, I'm offering you the exact opposite and the exact opposite of what everyone else is pitching you. So that sets me very unique within that, right? And then so that's kind of why I do that. And then the last thing to show you and highlight here is, so I have a lot of products listed here on Gumroad, and then just highlighting this, I don't like this. This is a cool website to me that I've found if you're looking towards these things to make money or to utilize AI for making money, because you can create your own products, right? And then so you can see all of my products that I've created are on this site are around data. And then I've just recently started getting into Gumroad and creating this. This is like I think less than a month old, but I've already gone through. I like this their setup overall. I have made $0 from them. I'm not endorsed or sponsored by them from any way whatsoever. But I like what they've put out and like how they allow you to build out your products. And then for me, this is like with kind of the unique products that I've been putting out and trying to create with regards towards data, exam evaluations. Like this is all data, right? I'm selling data on this site, and then this site allows me to do that. And this is where I'm selling and creating those products. And then I market it from here. And then to me, my big thing within this is, again, like creating and blazing my own avenue. But you don't have to be a trailblazer. Everything that I've listed here is, you again, to not be a trailblazer. And if you want to go through and min-max these specific routes, then you should and you can. And you will make a lot of money at it. And there are people that do it. So, hopefully this gives you some sort of inspiration and ideas. There's plenty of money to be made. I've seen people making money across all these different avenues, different sums, and some is pocket change, some is just you can actually make a living off of it, but you can be successful at all these things. And so if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.